think we are a go.
There you are.
Are we live?
Don't think so.
Look what you can see in the background.
Oh,
Look at that.
proper nice.
Yeah, I'm keeping that hidden now.
You're gonna have hard trouble doing that. You do realise.
I
you're
do
gonna
realise.
stay like that.
Okay.
Yep, we are live now. Yep.
Right, live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Okay.
This is all new for you.
It is indeed. It's very much new. Well, have we got anyone in at the minute? I think we're just waiting for some comments. I had to delete the previous scheduled live for some reason. There was some issues.
Yeah, there's been some problems with streaming anyway. Jack had some issues last night.
Oh wow, what happened?
Things just like everything just froze, so he couldn't see the comments. He couldn't see nothing. He could still chat to people, but yeah, he just struggled a bit. Bless him.
I'm just checking banners. I'm trying all these new things out.
Yeah, banners and everything. Christ, you'll be like Jeff soon, having your own little talk show.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know if I will or not. I think Jeff, that's Jeff's thing, but it's a nice way to be able to chat to people. Is anyone in at the minute? Has any comments come through?
I can't see anyone yet.
How's it looking on your phone?
Yeah, it's all right. It's all good.
Is it just like the same as how you're talking through your phone at the minute? I mean,
Yeah.
your computer. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get started then. It took us a little moment. Obviously, I'm still adjusting to all this. I thought I'd try something different because I usually just do the lives straight through YouTube, but slightly a bit more problematic in that sense.
Oh yeah.
And also, this seems. Oh, we've got a JT in here. Nice to see you in here, JT or Jack.
Yeah, hi Jack.
You can see something behind me that I need to just. There you go. I have to be like this for the rest of the live and cover up. It's completely cover up here. What's going on there? To be honest,
As if that sprung a leak. I couldn't believe that.
oh mate, we'll get talking about that in a moment when a couple more people are in here. Oh, nice to see Aaron in here. AV.
Hi Aaron.
We've got 5 people in now. It's nice to see quite a collection of people in here. As you can see, I've been wearing it for the past couple lives that I've hopped in on, but obviously not my own live. First time you get to see me just wearing my own kind of merch, although I'm not selling anything as of yet. I don't think I've reached the threshold on YouTube either to allow me to put a store in my YouTube channel. So there's no point in doing that yet. As you can probably see, there's something behind me, but we can keep that covered. I'm just, it's like you know, just moving a strap down and showing.
I was going to say you need to get something to like.
Yeah, just gonna get a big, just pull the curtains across. Yeah.
Or get a nice lantern sign. You right?
Yeah. Hold on, at the minute. Just seeing the behaviour.
Oh dear.
So yeah, we'll get on to the topic of today anyway. You little tease, you. Yeah, so basically I've set up a new tank. If you've been checking out my community page, or if I've been moaning to you individually, you, Aaron, or Arnold, or Harry, if he tunes into this, I had a make, or I almost had to make a break moment in the hobby again. It's been probably the first time since 2 years. I think 2 years ago was like a point where I almost left the hobby, not because I was like, oh, I'm done with. Well, yeah, it was or I'm done with this. I had a massive wipeout that was quite disheartening. But yeah, it was rough because I basically got my new tank. You can see behind me, this one isn't leaking, but I had one fully scaped set up. I sent a picture to you, didn't I, Arnold?
You did, yeah.
You're like, oh, it looked great, it looked
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. I was like that, smiling. I was taking pictures, and then I seen a bit of water. I was like, oh, it must have just spilt over when I've been like, putting my hands in, give it a little wipe, and then I was like that. Haven't I just wiped that? And then I wiped it again, and I was like, oh no. And it weren't pouring out, but it was slowly seeping out in the underneath. So good job that I had the sponge padding underneath, because it was probably absorbing whatever was coming out. And yeah, I had to tear down the whole scape. I'll show that in a video that comes out, obviously. Oh yeah, because I forgot that Aaron's and Moddies gave you a little shout out there.
Oh, thank you
Yeah,
very much, Aaron.
But yeah, basically, this is cool, isn't it? The little layout thing. Can we? If I do this, yeah, there goes our names. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so I had to break down the whole tank. That was horrible, to be honest. I mean, it was quicker than setting it up. Let's just say I've spent today fully just not doing nothing. I was planning to go to the fish shop to get more plants for this tank. It's still not 100% finished. But yeah, I just decided I need to relax. I spent Monday in Blackpool filming a shop tour and a tank setup. Tuesday I relaxed. Wednesday I set up the tank and then it leaked. Then yesterday I went to 3 separate fish shops and then picked up the tank, the replacement, and then aquascaped. And then I had to watch this team get absolutely battered by a lower form.
Did you not get my little thing I said a minute ago?
No.
I said maybe you want to get a nice logo with a lantern on it.
Yeah, I think it flew over my head because I'm quite scarred. It's nice to see Fish Farm Link, by the way, in here. Like, it's great to be a part of the community. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the fishfarmlink.com website. There is multiple fish keeping community members on that website. You'll be able to check out lives, scheduled lives coming up and that. Unfortunately, my scheduled one, it probably would have been on there, but the one that was up there has been deleted because I am the most disorganized person going. So I literally makeshifted the whole live within a couple minutes just then, to be honest. I've been busy the past hour cleaning up around the house, but we'll get on to this now. I'll turn the music off. I don't, by the way, everyone, how's the music sound? Is it loud? Is it just nice in the background? Do you mind it? Do you dislike it? Let me know.
Yeah.
I don't hear any music. Maybe if I turn the volume. You can hear it. Chilling, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad.
Not bad. I'll just turn it down now. Don't want it to be too loud. Yeah, so basically, if you don't know already, tank went to pot. Then I had to rescape, and the most stressful thing is that I had all my fish in a bucket for 2 days without a filter, just a heater and a air stone to compensate for, obviously, too loud. Drop it a little. Is it too loud now? or is it still quiet?
I can hardly hear it now.
Okay, I think it's because I hired it up so JT could hear it. Yeah. So. Oh no, it's good. Okay, no worries. Yeah. So. Fully escaped there. I went to Finest Aquatics, had a nice little conversation with Josh there. He gave me some help. I can't hear it now, but I might be deaf low. Some people can hear it, some can't. I don't really care if you can or not. It's just like a nice little addition to it. It's not the most important thing in the world at the end of the day. Yeah, hearing aids. Yeah. So basically, I went to Finest. I helped my friend get some Endler guppies. The nano tank that I set up a while ago, he had some chili raspberry in. Unfortunately, I had a wipeout with a shrimp and chilies. It was quite sad, to be honest. I think with him being new to the hobby, obviously you learn your mistakes and stuff like that. And you don't realise what you're doing. And I think maybe he didn't he wasn't able to check his parameters and stuff like that. But again, I take a bit of credit for that as well. Obviously, I set up the tank for him. He's kept mollies, but they were in the best of condition. And then obviously, there's so many other things when you've got a small, tiny tank. If the parameters go slightly off, you can just have a wipeout. Shrimp are sensitive and small fish like that. So got some not mollies, blimey. Some little 3 Endler guppies and a Nerite snail. That's the biggest stocking you'll ever hear of a tank. So
can't go wrong with a Nerite.
Yeah, Nerites are great. I just don't like the fact that they lay eggs, but they are great for anyone else. I'm just a little weird like that, to be honest. Because I just don't like seeing little white dots everywhere. Because nothing in my tanks could eat the eggs really, so they were just there, and I had to scrape them off all the time. So unless you've got a big setup that you're not too fussed about, then it's not too bad. But yeah. Anyways, I had a conversation with Josh. He said put all the bucket water in first. Well, like obviously to the point where there's the fish, and then net them out and put them in.
Yeah.
Then put the fresh water on top because you don't want to shock the fish, which I think was a good thing because I was planning to drip acclimate the fish with fresh water and then pour some out of the bucket and pour them in. But he said they have to be in the same water first, so it's like a water change. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I used a product that I think AV is aware of as well, called NitroGoop. It's a really good product for quick starting a filter / tank. You rub it on the sponges of your internal filter or external filter, and that straight away cycles the tank. But you have to make sure you do it the day after putting fish in because you need waste to be in the water because otherwise the bacteria will die off. So I rubbed that into the sponges and then put the fish were in yesterday, rubbed that into the sponges this morning, and here we are now, nice and settled. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know why one of my Corys is deciding to ride the waves. The behaviour, I'm at the minute, it's early stages. You've got to be monitoring. I'm going to probably do a water change probably after this, a small one. And then not tomorrow, but the day after, I'll do another water change. So every other day, I'll be doing the water change to stay on top of any kind of ammonia, which I don't think will happen because that product is really good for making sure that you don't get ammonia. Because it basically cycles the tank, but you always got to make sure anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Enough of me chatting waff about my new tank that you're not able to see until the video's out. I'll probably tease it in short. How are you doing, Arnold?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, mate. Busy as usual in the fish room.
You got anything coming up at the minute? Like any videos, any live scheduled at the minute?
I've actually got a break this or tomorrow, but from Andrew's channel, so I have a weekend off.
Okay.
But yeah, next week I've got obviously Jeff's live stream, and then I'm back again on Andrew's channel. But yeah, it's basically just doing maintenance, and I've got to send some betters off to cut the YouTubers. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've got what 40, 50 baby betters. So I've got 3, probably 4, which are sold. So yeah, I've got to send them away. And then obviously I've got my pipefish, my cool
Yeah.
pipefish.
Well, since you're on the live now, for anyone that's never seen a pipefish, your plans to make, I think you have made a video on them already. If you want to show the people in the chat that have never seen one before, that'd be cool. That include myself, obviously, as seen in the video, but be nice to see them moving around live.
Yeah. Let me just see if any of them are. Oh, yeah, they are. Right. Let's see if this will work. Oh dear. They are really unique. They are. They just fascinate me. Right. Let's see.
From what you told me, they're like a freshwater seahorse, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. So there should be.
Oh, we've got another guest. Who's this? Red bellied.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, that's you. Yeah. Okay. I was confused then. Add to stage. There you go. If you want to have a little look at that, let me just remove your thing from the stage. Solo layout. Yep, there you go. Very intriguing fish, isn't it? I think you're on mute, Arnold. Are you there? Let me exit solo layout. Unmute. Hi everyone, nice to see you, Skipper's Aquariums. That is a familiar new face I've never seen before. Have a look here. If everyone in the chat, just let me know if you can hear me talking right now. This is Arnold's pipefish that he's recently purchased. Still getting to grips with a StreamYard at the moment. Exit solo guest. Obviously add to stage. There you go. Right, I can hear you again, Arnold.
That's all right. Yeah, they're cool,
right.
aren't they? They are cool.
Nice. Yeah, as Fish From Link says, if you remember to make sure to subscribe and like the video, we're trying to reach 700 at the moment. We got to see Arnold's pipefish then. Really cool fish that I don't really know much about. Did he tend to feed on just live foods then?
Live food and frozen, like Daphnia and Cyclops. Yeah, they got tiny. Yeah, they got tiny mouths. So yeah, that's all they can have.
Oh, nice to see a new face in here. The Zen Ginger.
Oh, hi, Mandy.
Nice to see you, Mandy. I've never met you before, but it's nice to see a new face in here. We've got our lovely moderators, JT and AV. That wasn't planned for them to have a.
I was going to say, I've got a break.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I never get a chance anyway because Jack always beats me to it. So.
Yeah, well, when I've had you as a mod and Jack's rapid, he's definitely got a keyboard.
I waved the white flag. I waved the white flag straight away. I was like, Jack, you do it.
I've met you in Andrew's, I think. You may have. What's Andrew's YouTube name?
Aquarium Daily.
Yeah, you've probably met me in there then. Yeah.
And also Jeff's live stream as well.
Live, yeah, of course. So I was about to say anyway. I'm not. He may or may not pop in on this and join us later. Salient. Jesse, if you don't know him, Jesse's doing quite well at the moment. His subscriber count decided to go to the moon. When me and him were first conversating when I set up my channel, the end of November last year, he was showing me a lot of support and was always commenting on the channel and the videos. And yeah, I think he only had a couple hundred subscribers. I was right behind him, and then suddenly he just went boom to the moon. AV. Not that I'm much use right now. I'm running around at work. No worries, mate. I appreciate you being in here anyway. But yeah, let's get on to some topics anyway. Do you want to start, Arnold? Have you got anything in mind at all?
No, not really. I'll just go whatever you've got, mate.
Right, I'll go with a topic then. Can I create a cool little banner? Create a banner, yes I can. What was your hardest period in the hobby? Here you go. Right, well that add banner, does that go anywhere? Has it gone anywhere? There you go.
Yeah.
Let's get talking about that. That's a cool little thing that I didn't have to do. Yeah, so everyone, put your comments in the chat. What was your hardest period in the hobby? So it could be a tank wipeout. It could be the struggles of maybe selling fish, like yourself, Arnold. You know, having to deal with people, get these fish out. Having tank leaks, like I had like very recently as well. And like maybe life getting in the way and stuff like that. Leave your comments in the chat and let me know what your hardest period in the hobby was. So I'll let you start first, Arnold, since I've kind of glazed over what mine was.
Well, I'm gonna probably go jinx it now, but I haven't had a tank leak at all.
Just have to double check.
Double check, yeah. But even like the second hand ones I buy, I don't have no leaks or nothing.
Yeah, my Fluval Flex was second hand, and I've even had like an algae scraper where I've definitely, you know, cut a little bit into the silicone
Ooh.
before.
Ooh.
But I think I've grazed into it. I haven't deeply cut into the silicone, but there was no leaks. That thing's been it's going to be sad to see it go. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep it. Like I was saying previously, I was thinking of maybe keeping hold of it, but there's no home for it, and nobody that I know is going to be able to take it off me. So yeah, it's definitely something that is, you know, kind of sad for me. I did a little intro, kind of. It was like very early in the morning, by the way. This is why I was saying it was a stressful time. Being there when the tank leaked, because I'd been up since 8 in the morning, filmed the intro of the video. Then I had to break down the tank, and just as I'd finished breaking down the tank, Sarah from Maidenhead Aquatics, she's lovely. She's the manager there. She's great, and helped me out a lot. She basically dropped off the tank for me because the delivery van wasn't available, so she had to do it off her own back, which was really nice of her to do. And we were having conversations over Instagram, and she was obviously very understanding of my situation. But yeah, we'll get on to this comment now. My worst. Every time I do water change in the bow front and get distracted because it's on the carpet, I don't realize I've overflowed it until I'm soaking carpet. Yeah, that is that's definitely not a nice thing. I done something similar when I done a tank breakdown. Look at me covering it up. I done a tank breakdown, or rescape, should I say, on the Fluval Flex maybe a year ago. Oh no, 2 years ago it was, and I put all the fish in a bucket, and I woke up in the middle of the night and basically kicked the bucket, and all the fish were fine. But you know, when you've got dirty fish water,
yeah,
that went into the carpet and leaked and made the stain in the ceiling downstairs. So yeah, not great. And my room stunk. And when I say stunk, it really did stink. So yeah, we had to get vinegar and scrub into that, and we've had to paint the ceiling downstairs as well. So not great from myself, to be honest.
No.
I don't have a worst thing that's happened. I'm perfect.
Liar, liar, Jack, liar. You're
What
such a
would
liar, Jack.
probably when all your big discos started? Do you know what happened with them, Jack? What was the thing that caused them to die? What was the reasoning behind that? Was there any disease? Was it your own doing or lack of
Experience?
I made a whole video on it. Well, if you want to, yeah, if you go find it, you can drop that in the chat for everyone that wants to know about that story. Nice little self promotion there for Jack.
I think when you have fish like that, like discus, betters, Oscars, they're so personable, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the problem.
nice to see Gert in here. If you don't
I
know
get.
Gert already, Gert is from South Africa. He popped into one of my lives maybe.
That was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, he pops in quite frequently. He's in for short moments, but he popped in through a live of me and Aaron AVscapes. If JT wants to pop his channel link in the chat, he is one of the mods as well. If he's listening whilst he's working at the minute, he is moderating. He can do it himself as well. But yeah, nice to see you in here, Gert. It's nice that you can make it. Obviously, there's a massive time difference. It's probably quite late for yourself at the moment. It's always a difficult one. I decided on the time of 8 p.m. Just for the sole fact that there's a lot of American viewers, but there's also a lot of UK. And around this period of time, everyone's had the tea, they're all settled. They want to be watching YouTube and they can watch it live. Like you've just said, you're busy with homework. Actually, oh, that's cool. I don't miss homework. I don't miss homework at all.
No.
But yeah, it's back to the most difficult period again. Has anyone got any horror stories? Anything that went wrong? Should I say? I probably need to maybe rename that. Oh, AV has sent me a message, by the way, saying that he may be able to jump on in 10 minutes.
Oh.
So that'll be nice to have a little conversation. You'll finally get to meet Aaron as well, Arnold.
Yeah. Awesome.
I like as well, Arnold, the fact that you're getting a lot more confident as well. I feel like we get along quite well and we have frequent conversations and that. So it's nice to be able to
Yeah.
have a conversation face to face as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, so
I think the only difference is you support Liverpool.
yeah, that's the only thing. You unfortunately support Arsenal. I
No,
support.
here we go.
Yeah. Someone's popped up. He was like a little meerkat saying I can pop on live in a sec. But yeah, so I think I did ask you the question then, Arnold. It was what was your most difficult period in the hobby? Like, what's been the hardest thing you've had to deal with?
Getting rid of having to break down my marine tank.
I remember having a conversation. Was I a part of the live for that marine one? I think I was. It was with Jeff. Yeah, you were talking about your marine tank and you were saying that I think you were advocating saying marine isn't as difficult as people think, but it can be expensive sometimes as well.
Just look on Facebook, look on Gumtree, look on eBay. You can get it all cheap. But yeah, I do miss it. Do miss my 400-litre marine tank.
What was the main reason for breaking down then? Was it the electricity bill or?
No, I don't worry about the electricity. you can tell them in the background that I don't care about the electricity.
Yeah.
It's obviously my local fish store, because we used to have two nearby, and one of them closed down, and then I couldn't get no RO water to mix my water.
So you were stuck with a tank that you couldn't top up, basically.
Yep. And So I basically did the best thing for the fish was to rehome them to someone who has a massive setup. So
Well, at least he went to a good home as well. Like usually, when rehoming fish and stuff like that, I'm always very cautious. I tend to do the safe option of bringing them back to the shop, which I don't really like doing because over the periods of the past few years where I've been, I'll get fish, and then after a year I'll be like, okay, I want to try these other fish because I'm not allowed any other tanks. Then I'm walking around, you know, giving fish back and forth to the same shops. So it was not great, but I feel I'm at a period now where I've kind of when these are the fish I've got. This is what I'm keeping, and now that I've got a second tank as well, I can kind of live my hobby through having the tank of my girlfriend's as well. Um, Compared to obviously being stuck with just the one tank. I know Aaron's trying to join at the minute. He hasn't popped up as a guest at the moment, but basically, I think if you're still watching Aaron, the best way to get in is you have to go through Safari on your phone. If you've got Safari or your Internet Explorer, I think if it does work, he has seen it. Unless he's maybe developing his little thing. Go get yourself a snack and drink. Go get some popcorn, Jack. Enjoy the live. The ferry.
go and get, go and get your crystal clear water because that's all you drink is water. Oh,
You want to know what I had yesterday? I had it's a new drink that they brought out. So I am brew, but it was like mixed berry slush flavor,
oh,
and it was very
nice.
interesting. And then I also had I think it was raspberry ripple, so it tasted like the raspberry sauce that you'd have on an ice cream.
Oh, nice.
And they were really nice. They were only 75p. You see them in the corner shop. I was like, I'll get them. They'd be quite nice. It's funny, innit? When you're part of the hobby for so long, when you buy fish or you spend money, yeah, you always end up not being bothered about how much you spend on the fish. But then when it comes to anything else in life, like I don't know, if you go a restaurant, you're like, I don't want to spend that
Mm,
extra five. It's a little steep,
yeah,
but then there's you
yeah.
spending £50 on a placo you'll never see.
we had when I was up at the because I used to volunteer at the aquarium shop which closed down. We had a sunshine plaque, and he must have been that big,
Yeah.
145 quid. He was.
Wow. I did
Yep.
see a big dinosaur yesterday at Farness Aquatics. I don't know the name of it. They've got a funny looking eye. They're a larger pleco. They get like a couple feet long. They're quite well known as well. That for a large pleco, that's expensive. I think they've got like a blackish brown body, and the tips of the fins are orange, and the back of the tail's orange. If you know the name of that, leave comments in the chat, or you may know Arnold yourself.
So it's not a common, is it? So it could be like I know Southern plex get big, don't they?
Yeah, it's not huge, but it's probably about this big. It's got like orange on the back of its tail and orange on the
Mm.
top of its fin, with a weird like silvery eye. If anyone knows that, I mean, we'll start having a pleco war in the comments in a sec about what L number it is, and then that's when you get in the deep end. I don't know. I don't think it's a sunshine pleco.
Mm.
I don't think it is.
It does have the same like the description that you're saying, but it doesn't get overly big. So L600. What on earth is that?
Right, let me search that. L600. Jack does work in a shop, to be fair, so he knows better than we do. L600. Why is it not L600?
Oh my god,
Oh
he's going with.
yeah. He's 100% right. That he's hit it nail on the head for
All right,
that.
Jack, go and get your snack and water. Go on.
Yeah, no, he's always watching. He's went and brought the phone and he's eating a snack and water. We need Rebecca for this, lol.
Oh yeah, Rebecca. Yeah, she's she knows absolutely everything.
About plecos.
Well, about fish in general, everything,
It'd be nice to have
everything.
her in sometime and have a conversation about my clown pleco and mini snowball. I'm think this is a topic actually. Let's get this going. I'll put this as a banner. Um, should I? Should I reapprove? Right, let's add that banner if it wants to add. There you go. Right. Should I rehome my clown pleco?
Why would you want to do that?
So this is why I put the banner first, so we can have a little debate about it. Whoop.
I do like
Um,
Clan Plecos.
I do like clown plecos. I love my clown pleco. I've had it a good year now, but obviously with the size of the tank, although it's an upgrade on the last one, I've got to be cautious of what's in there. I've got a whiptail that's in there as well, and he's cool. I've had him a while. He's perfectly fine, but basically the plan is to reduce the amount of waste in the tank. I'm going to be removing the clown pleco and the send it to Arnold Aquarium Delirium. Nice to see you in here.
Right now,
I seen
his
your
name his name's Mal
Mel. Nice to
or
see
Mal
you,
or Malcolm. That's his
Malcolm.
real name. He's a Newcastle supporter.
Okay. So an interesting football
Yeah.
chat we've got in here. But yeah, basically the idea is that I'm going to be removing the clown pleco. Well, not the idea. This is the concept. I removed the clown pleco and the whiptail, and something has come available to me. The L36 pleco. Search it up. It's a super white hypancistrus. I think that's come available to me now.
Ooh.
So this is the idea. The reason why as well that I'm getting rid of the clown pleco, it's not just the fact that I went, here's a better fish, I want that. It's the fact as well that I don't see the clown pleco at all. With my mini
No.
snowball pleco, I see it quite frequently. If I peer in now and look through like the cave, I'll see it and it'll come out for food. The clown pleco doesn't come out at all. It's dug a big crater underneath the wood at the minute.
Already, Christ.
Already.
Wow.
So I just keep seeing poofs of
Yeah.
sand show up.
Yeah.
And all I see is it's poop. That's all I see. And that's all I seen in the last setup as well. I thought maybe with more caves, bigger caves, I'll be able to see it. But I don't know. I do like the fish, but I just don't see it. And I know that's the case with most plecos, but the difference between a clown pleco and probably the hypancistrus is that the clown pleco produces a lot more waste. It's constantly grazing on wood. So there's just constantly like sheddings of wood and fish poop just coming out of that cave at the minute. And it's only been in there a day. And that's where I'm like, I'd rather go for this rarer pleco that I probably see more often because it's white as well, rather than this pleco that I don't see because it's producing so much waste. So what would you say on that? Do you think I'm being harsh on the clown pleco? Do you think I'm making the right decision here? Is it just impulse? Let me know in the comments. And yourself, Arnold, what do you think?
I think you're being slightly harsh on him,
Yeah,
but it at the end of the day, it's whatever you think's best. Really, if you want to see something more often, go for something else. But
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, as AV's comment there, he loves his clown placo. I've seen a lot of his clown placo. It's always out and about, and I think I think I've learned about placos or placostomus is that the males will always hide because they're trying to dig a cave and entice a female in,
mhm.
and then the
Yep.
females are always out and about and exploring. So maybe I've just got a male clown placo that thinks he's going to find his wife one day, and unfortunately, he's not. And all he's doing is creating a mess in my fish tank, and I never see him. And he gets angry as soon as anyone goes near his little dugout and just kicks all the sand up into the water column. I think, yeah, maybe I'm being slightly harsh. So maybe we should pair ours up. Um, I mean, if you still lived in the UK, maybe mummy and daddy Pleco can have a loving family, but unfortunately, you live in Alberta, Canada, so I think that would be a very cold trip for this one clone Pleco to go all the way over for. Unfortunately, I think that's the crazy thing, in it. You meet a lot of people in this hobby through
Yep.
YouTube, and they breed fish a bit like yourself, and I'm guessing you've probably got quite a few people out of the UK that have requested shipping, or they wanted a beta fish or a fish that you've been breeding, and
Yeah.
there's no way you can do that ethically without the fish, being
Right.
at risk of dying through transport, innit?
I think I could send a better fish to Michigan. I can
Yeah,
send in the US, but you would have to pay like £28 delivery. So
yeah, that's what I
yeah.
mean. So the pricing of the fish, it's like in
Ooh.
Oh, this is a comment. Adam, your fish
Ooh.
handling page is approved now, and I don't remember if I asked you already. Do you have anything you wanted added besides YouTube or IG, like maybe TikTok or merch site? At the moment, I'm not selling merch. I would love to. There it is, and I'll show it off real quick. There's my male Pistogramma Hong Shloi as a chin
Nice.
pane glass looking. He's just come over as well. Again, I don't really want to show him, but he's come right over. I wonder if he's seen another epistogram and it just went right up to the glass straight away. That, that'd be funny, actually. I did try it earlier. You know, like how you flare your beta fish. I decided to put my phone with the camera to the glass, and he seen his reflection in the camera and started butting the glass a bit like a beta fish would. I think it's the same with all cichlids. They don't like seeing themselves. They're not a fan of
Nope.
looking in the mirror at
No, they
all.
don't.
Yeah.
That's
So
good then.
I'll answer your question real quick. Zen, remind me of the name.
Andy,
Sorry, Mendy, Mandy,
Mandy.
Mandy. I should know that because my sister's name's Amanda. So Mandy, I do apologise. Yeah. So links wise for the fish farm. If you want, I can't. I wish I could put it in the chat. If maybe I don't know if Jack's there or AV. If you could put the link, AV, to my TikTok and Instagram into the chat, so they could link that to my fish fan page, that would be really helpful. Or yourself, Arnold. But I think you're. I'd rather someone that's not chatting. Oh, we've got quite a few people in. Oh my god, nice to see. Cred boy,
Tommy.
sorry, Cred boy, and then also Silver Creeks Wildlife. I was having a nice conversation with Jesse about you. You was in the chat. Um,
Tommy.
Tommy, yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice to see you in here. I was being told that you like setting up tanks with just the fish that are natural, or what are they called? With the fish from like your local area.
Yeah, he gets them from his like local creeks, don't he?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
he sources all his fish from like local areas and all those rocks and soil and all that. That's a really cool thing. So anyone that's moderating right now, if you want to drop Tommy's link in the chat, that'd be really helpful for him. I definitely need to give a good watch of all the stuff as well. And Mandy, thank you. Indeed, why's my brain lagging? I know what you mean, Tommy. Yeah, there you go. So I've just found the TikTok too. I'll add it. Thank you very much for that, Mandy. There's the link to Tommy's channel if you've never seen it before. He's really, to be honest, I haven't watched any content. I'll open-handedly say this right now. I will probably after this live. I did subscribe to you after Jesse's live. But I will check it out because it does seem very interesting. Setting up tanks out of natural stuff around. I think a lot of people are shy of doing that, and obviously you're scared of contaminants and maybe introducing fish into the tank, and it could cause problems. But then again, if you get, as you said in Jesse's live, you're setting up a quarantine tank because all the fish in that tank are from the wild, so it doesn't matter what you're putting in there. They're all coming from the same kind of source, so they're probably carrying the same parasites, diseases, etc. So it's a closed little ecosystem, which I found really inspiring and cool, to be honest. That was a mouthful. I just start yapping and then never stop. But yeah,
Tommy's good at what he does his backgrounds, aquarium backgrounds.
Oh yeah.
He does his own.
Oh wow, okay. So like, does he paint them?
Spray paint.
Oh
stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's really interesting. And then there's me struggling to put a bit of plastic on the back and then like use a card to scrape the water out. It's still looking a little funky.
Bubbly.
Yeah, it looks okay. Thanks, I'm humbled. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, stuff like that, Tommy. It's really nice to see. Oh,
Melvin
is in the house.
Melvin's in the building.
He is in the building indeed. Nice to see you in here. A lot of familiar faces in here at the moment. We're slowly picking up, getting a lot of the fish fan people in, a lot of people from the community in. If anyone does want to hop up, what I'll do is I think you have the link, don't you, to the live, Arnold. So if you want to pop that in the chat, if anyone wants to join, you're more than welcome to. We can get some topics and conversations going. None of this should I rehome my clown pleco. I think that's a personal thing for myself to sort out probably. Okay, Adam, your page now has your YouTube, your TikTok, your IG. If you decide to do merch, let me know. I'll link that to you. Thank you very much for that, Mandy. I do appreciate that very much. If anyone as well could give me a live update on how many subscribers I'm on at the moment.
686.
Okay, so we've gained 2 since this live started. Definitely high Zenny G. Yeah, so since we started, we had 284, so we've gone up by 2. But usually, I think I don't know if I prefer this style of live. I think it's cool. I like the fact that there's banners. There you go. There banners. That's it. Yeah, there. We're still figuring it out. Banners. I can play music. I can put questions. I can put little headlines. I can add multiple people, which is the main attraction to this. Obviously.
Alex.
Nice
Alex.
to see Alex's aquariums in here as well. Yeah. So with the YouTube feature, the one thing that I do like is that you end up in shorts and then you get shown to more people. Although, again, I guess doing this, you're shown to the right people and the fish keeping community, I guess, because
That's
you
true.
will show up at the homepage and they'll click on it. So that's where I think I prefer this, I guess. But obviously, if I want growth, then I may have to do a live at some point by myself, sat there, going through the trenches, hoping that my mods save me when people put weird comments in when you're on a vertical map rather than a landscape. But yeah, you were saying anyway. Oh, shared your last stream for you. Thank you very much, Skippers Aquariums. I do appreciate that. It's always nice to be shared to a lot more fish keepers as well. If people don't know me already, I started my channel end of November. I have the one tank. I did have the one Fluval Flex that I had for almost 5 years. I now have Escaper 90 that I will slightly just show, but obviously tank setup is coming out soon, so I'm just gonna keep doing this and just teasing slightly, but I don't know how much detail you can see that. If I went full screen, you could probably see every little bit of detail, but it just looks like outline of a tank with a bit of green at the moment. So as long as it stays as that, I don't mind.
I was with Skipper on Wednesday on the AA meeting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy.
I think I missed out on that just for the sole fact that I was probably in the trenches with what was going on with my tank. So I just how can I describe it? My room's quite small, and getting in and out of the door is it's quite narrow. So it's carrying buckets back and forth. I was obviously carrying the tank in and out, and then the new tank in and out, and then all these other things. And I was like hunched over all day. I can feel it in my hamstrings where I've been crouched down all day, just shoving in sand into the tank like a little goblin or gremlin. But yeah, I was going to ask you anyway. I've got some questions for you, Arnold, anyway. So, how long ago did you start breeding?
Breeding.
Yeah.
That's only been in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been in the hobby since I was 6 or 7. And I'm going to be 33 in August.
So quite a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that you've kept fish like, so you say that you entered at 6, was that just saying you had your goldfish or you had your basic stuff at the beginning, and then
goldfish.
Did you have a period in between where you didn't, and like when you were getting older, or have you always had fish?
No, I had goldfish in a bowl.
Yeah.
Which don't do. Yeah, you don't do that
no
anymore.
one do that.
No one do that.
No proving of that, but obviously I think it's how a lot of people started. I think nowadays the world's getting a bit more educational, which is good.
And then after that, I then had a tetra. It was like I think it was about 40 litre. I think it was only a 40 litre. Yeah, just had a few guppies in there, and a couple of loaches, and that was about it. And then I had a little break, but still like to go to aquarium shops and everything.
Yeah.
Where I used to play county bowls, like lawn bowls.
Oh, okay. So
that obviously took a lot of my time up. So once I then finished that, I then went back. I had a couple of betters for a little while, and then obviously moved to where I am now. And then one tank led to another, and then suddenly I got 28 of them.
28. How do you go about your maintenance? Do you do it daily then, I'm guessing, because you've got that many tanks?
I'm a bit sad. I have a diary full of all my maintenance.
Oh, I have
I've got a whiteboard with all the weekly stuff to be done. I've got a maintenance logbook. I've got I count all my fish every other day. That's crazy.
It's probably, as you are opening your own shop soon, obviously, and having that many tanks, I guess it's kind of prepping you for your own shop because you're having to do a body count every day.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you
So
very much,
yeah,
Prep Boy, by the way. But yeah, that is
yeah,
a list, Arnold. I'm gonna size you up a bit more and show you that real quick. Wow, look
yeah,
at that, everyone. So that is Arnold's list of what he has to check every day. Is
yeah.
that your maintenance list or body check?
That's all my fish.
Okay. So when was the
Yeah.
last death that you had?
Oh Christ, that was a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago. So every day you're still checking now, making
Oh
sure.
yeah, I still check. Yeah, otherwise my mind just
Yeah,
doesn't.
because you've got that many tanks, and then you'll be like, "Oh, I'm so excited to look into this tank," and then you realize your favorite fish has gone to the afterlife. So
Yeah,
you've got to
definitely.
be, and then obviously as well, it's definitely probably very important to be checking, doing body counts as well, because of the fact that um, if a fish dies, you want to get it out as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's definitely a good system that you've got working there. I'm guessing you don't need me saying what's right and
And
wrong anyway. I'm sure.
that is all my test. I test all my waters.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. So
That right there, everyone, if you don't know, is a very detailed description of testing water, and that is what if you want to go into the depth of detail, if you want to learn stuff like that, make sure to check out Arnold's channel as well. He obviously puts updates on his fish room, his tanks, and everything like that. And that just shows the level of detail that some people in this hobby take it to, especially when you've got multiple tanks as well.
and then this is where is it? Yeah, so like this is all maintenance and stuff.
Wow. Damn,
Yeah, look.
How many books do you go through a year?
I go through quite a few. It has to be done though. It has to be done.
Yeah, well, I can imagine as well with your breeding as well that obviously, you need to be making sure that you're doing body count and stuff like that as well.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. That's like you were saying?
Sorry, I'll let you finish.
No, it's right.
I was gonna hop onto something else, but I'll let you finish.
Yeah, go on. No, you're fine.
Okay,
I'll
no
probably
worries.
forgot now. I'll probably forgot now anyway.
Oh, okay, no worries. Yeah, brains are like a sieve, innit? That's what being a football fan does to you.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Oh my god, that is my style of obsession, Arnold. You can totally sit at my table, but only if you let me cheat off your paper, lol.
Yeah, fair enough. I have to do it because otherwise I'll just go stir crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be sat there just. You rather
That's
just
like
walk around, tick off, yeah.
I check all my temperatures as well.
Yeah.
Like twice a day. So I go around. Yeah. It's crazy. I've even got like a mini freezer behind me with all my frozen food. That's how bad it is.
How much do you spend monthly on fish food, would you say?
Well, this is quite interesting because I've now gone for a different type of frozen food. It's more of a high brand frozen food. It's called TMC.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I've heard of them, yeah.
The best top quality frozen food that you could ever get.
Is it expensive, would you say?
£3.29 for a pack.
That's actually quite good.
But you get you get like garlic, you get aloe vera, you get loads of different like brine shrimp with spirulina, everything.
Nice to see Salient in here. Jesse's made it to the
Oh,
stream.
Jesse.
I don't know if Jesse has finished work. If he's finished work, he's more than welcome to get on here. I think it is in the chat. If you want to scroll up, the link to the live is in the chat. I think Arnold dropped it in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm finding this really inspiring, but also like eye-opening, because obviously I do have one tank in the bowl, and no, not that yet.
My
What?
eyesight ain't that
Everyone
good.
that's in the live, you can have a little glance real quick. That's what it looks like. You've seen it more than anyone, Arnold. You don't need to pretend to look at it. I've sent you some pictures.
Yeah, to be honest, I can't actually see it that clearly from there anyway, so...
Okay, just running the shop. No worries, Alex. Nice that you let us
Alex,
know what...
he breeds a lot of angelfish, white-clawed minnows. He does a lot of breeding as well.
Minnows?
Yeah, white-clawed minnows.
Oh, okay, yeah. I believe they're quite easy to breed, but like a good breeding project for sure.
Yeah, and the babies, they're like just like an eyelash.
The Diddy are they, yeah.
Mm.
AV has had well, I definitely want to check out Alex's channel, because
definitely
breeding angels is something that, again, when I get my own fish room, I keep saying when. Obviously, I've upgrades to this. It's step by step. I'm getting there eventually. But when I get my own fish room, I definitely want to be breeding the likes of angels, the likes of dwarf cichlids, the likes of... I really just want to try the schoolfish and the tetras, because they're a lot more difficult than these bigger fish, because obviously the fry is so tiny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like the thing is with I was gonna say AV, he's accidentally been breeding celestial pale Daniels. He started with 6.
No way.
I think he's counted 19 now.
Wow.
And that's in a CPD tank only. It's just it's a Blackwater CPD tank.
Oh, it's ideal then for them.
So he hasn't been scraping the eggs out anything like that. The fry have just hatched and survived.
Mm.
So that's really interesting.
Mandy, you cannot go anywhere, Mandy. You're staying here. You're staying put. You're staying put.
Mandy. I do appreciate you coming in, sorting out my links on the Fish Farm website. Salience just popped in and said traitor, and obviously Mandy's put a laughing face.
Oh, Mandy.
There is a song called Old Mandy.
Oh.
Ever heard that one?
No.
OG banger. Oh no, but my competitive spirit.
Oh yeah, because there's always there's a big quiz which is now happening, and
okay.
Yeah, they all go over there and they're so competitive.
Okay, no problem. Well, listen, Mandy, I'm not going to hold...
This is decent content here. You don't need to go over to Graham. Stay here. Great.
Well, what you could do actually is go over there and send them this way.
Yeah. Do that, and I'll come to yours, and I'll start writing all the books out for you. How's that?
There you go. Does that sound like a fair trade, Mandy? No peer pressure at all.
No.
Nice to see Melvin and Salient acknowledging each other in the chat.
Melvin's got some nice fish as well.
Melvin, actually, I'm gonna put. I'm trying to load the laptop. Well, that is dedication.
The peer pressure taking hold.
You caved in the end.
Oh, poor Mandy.
I'm gonna create a new banner now. What?
I feel really bad now.
Hey, it keeps her in. It
does.
Have you gained any subscribers from this yet, Arnold?
I shall have a look. Oh, Tommy. That's it, Tommy. That's the spirit. He's on both.
Oh,
Tommy's watching us. Yeah, see, that's what I like. Good man, Tommy.
Right, I've got a new banner to put in.
2 subscribers I've gained, so that's good.
2 subscribers, nice. Yeah. Arms of Jello. Arnold knows I'm a sucker. I want to support. Dang it. Right, so if you see underneath now, there is a new banner saying, hang on, this way. What fish would you like to breed? that is a question for everyone in the chat. What fish is a fish that you think is something that you'd find really interesting to breed? I know obviously you've just got your pipefish, Arnold, so that is going to be something that you would like to breed for sure.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I definitely want to be breeding my Nanacara Anomala. That's in my girlfriend's tank. I'd love to breed them. At the minute, they're just not showing any love to each other. I think it's gonna take a while. The female's a lot smaller than the male. The male's grown quite big. Killies and glass catfish. Glass catfish. That is definitely an interesting one for sure. Because
glass catfish.
I've never heard of anyone actually breeding them.
No, I haven't.
That would be definitely an interesting thing. I know killies are like a bit more easier. They're an egg scatterer, aren't they?
Yeah.
And some of them even.
Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Oh, nice to see Jeff in here. Lovely to see Jeff in here. You can see that I'm also using seeing my brain's just lagged. I don't even know what I was going to say. Wow, we just got a load of comments and one massive army of bass. That's my friend Nathan from work. He's the lad who I set up the nano tank for. If you could drop that in the chat, any of the mods that are around at all, Arnold's like this. I'll get there first, family. Hello guys. Nice to see everyone in here. Mandarin gobies. Ooh, that's an interesting one for sure.
Salt water.
Oh, yeah. See, AV has recently just got a pair of cribs plus another female, but I think he's going to have to ship that female off because now they've finally paired up. I think the male won't be happy. He already absolutely destroyed AV's glass shrimp like they were a snack. But Jeff has also put saying he's got albino cribs. I find them weird, the albino. I don't know if it's just me. Albino fish are really cool, but I don't know if I keep them. It's just a thing for me. I like the look of them in the shops, but I think I like the natural colour of fish.
Hi, Gord.
Look who's here. Gord is in the chat. Gord is in the house. Nice to see you in here. One of the mods as well. I appreciate that. For being in here. Yeah. Hello, Jeff Bellum. He's in the building, taunting me. Yeah, cribs. You know what? For all the Crebensis keepers in the chat, I used to keep Pelvichromis taeniatus lobe. So it is a variant of fancy crib that people call them. And they're from the Lobe River in Africa. And oh my god, they got the male when fully called up, he got like a really nice yellow belly, but then like he got a bit of red and like it was red, blue,
nice.
Yellow on his fins as well. He was absolutely gorgeous, and I was really sad. This is the one reason why I don't like Hillstream loaches. I got one, it passed away. I got a replacement, that passed away, and then I had a wipeout, and it took my Crebensis out, and they were. I think, in my opinion, I love my Epistogramma. He's my favourite at the minute. But I think my favourite fish that I've kept in the hobby has to be the Pelvichromis taeniatus lobe Crebensis. I just love the behaviour. I love that they're always displaying with each other, shimmying. I love that they always follow each other around the tank.
Yep.
They were coupled up. It was like a little pair bond. It was so nice to see and to watch. It was really sad. I think I should have said that earlier. And what my hardest period in the hobby was definitely losing them fish, because they were a great pair of fish, and I'd love to breed them. The chat is popping off at the minute. Left a comment on your page. I'm waiting to hear back.
Yeah, Jeff got a pair of betters.
Oh, okay.
So he's got them. So I think he sent me an email with pictures.
Did you send them to Jeff?
No, not me. I would send him some, but I think he got them off a guy called Jason, 5-star betters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good channel to check out.
Definitely keep that in mind for sure.
But yeah, to breed, I'm going to go for elephant-nosed fish.
Ooh, nice little oddball fish for sure.
I like my odd bullfish now.
I remember when I worked in the aquarium shop that I did. We had them in, and they love bloodworm, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Because like obviously they have that weird little nose that they eat from. It's very odd looking fish. I wonder why nature's evolution was like, we're gonna give this fish a long nose. Maybe because obviously they need to be digging through rocks and stuff like that to find the food, I guess.
They send out like electro I forgot, like electric pulses.
Oh wow, okay.
And it's the same like well, it's completely different, but the pipefish, when they breed, the male keeps the babies in a pouch like a seahorse. Yeah.
That's again, like I remember you were saying when you were getting them, that's
Well,
definitely something really interesting. If you're able to capture that on film as well, I'm sure a lot of people will definitely be intrigued by watching that for sure.
oh, Jeff got a pair of Epistogramma orange flash.
What is this,
Really?
Adam? Huh? Oh, Jesse, I haven't seen it. Where at? What is this, Adam? What do you mean, Jesse? Yeah, Epistogramma orange flash. I think I used to keep one of them when I first started, like quite early in the hobby. That was a good 5, going towards 6 years. Damn, I didn't have as many grey hairs then.
Since when do you wear glasses?
Oh, since when did I wear the glasses? And take them off. No, see, the reason I don't wear my glasses in videos or lives is the fact that if I do this, you can see 2 big round circular orbs. I think everyone's weirded out by seeing me with glasses. I thought I'd look a bit more ishky. I'll take them off just for you, Jesse. But I'll also take them off because it was starting to annoy me to see them big orbs because of the ring light. Anyone got any questions? We'll pin it underneath. If you've got a cool question to ask us, ask myself, ask Arnold. I'm sure you've got some cool questions that you'd like to ask about both of us. I only know you without. I would like to say blue and green chromis fish. That'd be that's definitely a cool thing for sure, Melvin. I'll have to look them up actually. Blue and green chromis. In the meantime, everyone get your comments and questions ready in the chat. Blue and green chromis.
Yep. Get your comments and questions in, guys.
Oh wow, yeah, that's definitely an interesting fish for sure. It looks a bit like marine. Is it marine?
Green chromis.
I think it's marine. It looks like it should be in the... I'm back. Yeah, I went black screen. I was just checking out what the blue and green chromis was. AB's got a question. What is the one thing you do within the hobby that will get you ripped apart in the Facebook pages? I think number one would be the stocking in the tank. I think it isn't overstocked, but if I were to put a picture in, I'm sure someone would have a comment to say, you can't have 2 plecos in the same tank. You can't have this with that. Your epistogramma is going to eat your bamboo shrimp. The bamboo shrimp will eat the epistogramma, I'm sure. What would you say, Arnold? And as something that you put in one of them group forums, we all know that some of them are quite toxic at times.
It's quite easy for me because I don't do Facebook.
There you go. So you don't know.
So, the only thing my wife, she does Reddit,
Yeah.
and she put a picture of my community tank, and that's got some like a breeding group of bristle noses in, and they basically said, basically what you said, you can't have that many bristle noses in that size tank. And I'm like, well,
it's always these like people that are like, oh, I know better than you. But I think I'll be honest, in fish keeping, everyone's like opinion will be different. I think you'll get a general opinion about something if it's to do with, obviously, you're asking for advice. But if you're putting something up and if it works for you, this is what I mean. The stocking in my tank is, I wouldn't say overstocked, actually. I'd say it's like, it's at its point, it's at its max now. I can't add anything else in. But I had this amount of fish in a fluval flex, and there was no problems with the water parameters. Obviously, I didn't have the 7 new tetras that, again, you'll find out in the video when I post it. I didn't have them 7 tetras in. I only had the raccoon tetra in, and the pisto and the cories, the coolies, the 2 plecos. And that, again, quite overstocked. But water parameter is, I could drink the water, and I don't think I ever want to. I don't think anyone does when they siphon water. And that's a traumatic experience for anyone in there. Everyone put something in the chat if you've definitely sucked up fish water before. But yeah, I think as long as there's enough swim room and the fish aren't getting ill and stressed and the water quality's fine, you're okay. I think there's some fish that'll benefit off certain setups. You know, rummy nose prefer a tank that they can go side to side, rather than just a cube, like a small cube. That's like an example of something like that. But like, if the fish is happy, if you know it's happy, if you know if it's healthy, there's no diseases, there's no problems with your water parameters, you're fine. I had over 35 fish at one point in the fluval flex, and the water quality was perfectly fine.
Yeah, well, you had a external filter, didn't you?
Yeah, but even then, before the external filter, with just the sponge, just the sponge, it was perfectly fine. Obviously, I was very early in the hobby then.
Yeah.
Me now would probably be pointing and saying, "You're very bad." No, slap on the face. But then again, you'll learn your lessons. You'll understand that having that many fish in a closed environment, at some point one of them will get sick, and then you'll notice a domino effect happen. So you want less fish, and then it's easier to treat, etc., etc. You'll learn your lessons throughout it. But I think everyone's hobby is different. Everyone's take on the hobby is different. People that have been in the hobby for a long time compared to the new school people like myself coming in, I could have a completely different opinion to you, and you could have something that's been working your whole life. I could say, that's weird, that shouldn't work. But if it's worked for you, who's to say, and who am I to say that you shouldn't? That's how I feel about these kind of things anyway.
How many litres does your new tank?
90 litres now.
So
that's all. I think it's like just under 24 gallon.
So my LFS, I've got a 105 litre tank. They say I can have 35 fish in that tank in 105 litre.
So someone said that you shouldn't have that many fish in a 105?
Yeah.
I haven't got 35 fish in the 90. I've got... Why's the light on off? What time are we on?
9:19.
I'm just going to pop the light back on. Actually, you know what? Keep it off. Yeah, I've seen some comments in there, by the way.
Oh, wow. I think we're in trouble, I think.
We're in trouble?
Yeah. We're in trouble with Graham.
Graham? Why?
That's the one. That's the channel where they do the big quiz and stuff. I don't know why. I don't know why we would be in trouble for, but
I'm just scrolling down now. Arnold, you're in trouble. Oh, I thought it was like Arnold, you were in trouble. Oh, two people said. Is that because we've got Mandy in here?
oh dear.
Oh no. Is that because Mandy's promoted the live? I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes. I'm just trying to get some new faces in. Now there's 17 people. I'm sure there's going to be a war now, and I've definitely annoyed someone. What is your hot takes in fish keeping then?
Hang on. Oh. So what, like, I'll let you go first on that one.
Well, I think I've already said my hot take. I think as long as it works for you, don't stress about what other people think. As long as the fish are healthy, as long as the parameters are fine, then there you go. Now, I think I was getting a little stressed out because I was getting confused about something that Jesse had said, and I was mixing that in with what was going on with everyone else in the chat. With Graham, yeah, I don't want to be annoying Graham anyway. Yeah, we was only joking. Yeah. Exactly. We're only kidding. We're not trying to steal anyone's viewers. If people want to pop in and out between lives, then sure. But obviously, he's got a quiz going on, and he's been doing it probably longer than me. So I'm just trying to, get the channel to grow more. Just trying to get more new faces in. If you want to be in here, you can be. I'm not holding you hostage. I know, Mandy, you're in both lives at the minute. I know we were joking around about peer pressure, but we're not holding you at gunpoint at all. Jesse messaged me, and I'm not sure where. I think he's commented on a post or something like that. I don't know about any of this, but if you want to sort that between yourselves, because
I was going to say I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, I'm confused because I don't know if people are genuinely angry with me or some people are angry with each other in the chat. We're just talking about fish stuff. You can stream. If everyone waited, there wouldn't be any streams.
But we did start at 8 though, so we did start before the other streams. So.
Yeah. Again, not trying to hijack anyone's viewers anyway, but have you ever spoke to Graham? I've never spoke to Graham.
Oh yeah, Graham. Yeah, he was on Andrew's Here Fishy show. He sponsors one of my YouTube videos. So.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah,
I think I'm not intimidated, Jeff. I think it's just I'm confused if there's genuine anger or people are just like, oh, they're in trouble or whatever, or it's joking around. You guys are still have. I'm about 50. In about 50 minutes, I'll jump on for a little bit. Yeah, if we're still going by then, I don't know if I'll have the brain capacity. I think I should be okay. I've been live. I was live for 3.5 hours with you and Jeff, wasn't I think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that it lasted that long. Usually in my lives, I think it's because it's just me by myself talking to the camera. It just kind of messes with your head a bit. But yeah, anyone that is in there, if Graham has took any offence at all, let him know that I'm sorry for taking Mandy from him. She's more than welcome to be in both streams anyway. We move on. Now, human emotions will happen no matter what we do. Exactly, Jeff. I think there was some people arguing in the chat in the live with you that when I was on with you, was it last week or so?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some people arguing. I was quite confused about that, to be honest.
Sometimes it's like a high school playground.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to compete with anyone. I'm just trying to make my own path with this. I just started a video on my Fluval Flex, and then suddenly here we are.
That
It
was a
was a
great
great
stream.
stream, Jeff, for sure. I think we had a good conversation, held our own. All of us had good things to say, good conversation points, and questions and answers as well. So it was definitely a good one. Like this is now, this is a bit more relaxed. We're kind of just having a bit of a conversation with obviously the viewers and the people in the chat and getting some topics going and talking about some fish keeping stuff. And it's good and quite relaxing for myself to finally have something like this where I'm not having to deal with the odd strange people being in here. I'll be emailing you, Arnold, tonight. No problem.
No naughty pictures.
Oh, no. No Bogwood pictures.
Oh, I was waiting for that.
The Corbin. Oosh,
Oh,
yeah, 690 now, just near 10. Thank you very much, Mandy. Mandy, please tell me, by the way, because I am genuinely now concerned. Is he angry or was it a happy, they're in trouble, naughty? Let me know.
Yeah, I'm kind of, yeah.
Yeah, let us know. No Tic Tacs for your lol.
Oh, dear.
Right. Yeah, this is the issue. Jesse was like, get them glasses off. I've took them off. I can't see nothing now.
He was being
pretty sure. Okay, no worries. Right, so I was stressing. I think, because I seen Salient was unhappy about something. So I got a bit confused with, obviously, I think I seen that, and then I had to catch up with the chat. So when it jumped down, it said, Graham's not happy. And I was like, are two people mad at me now? What have I done? I'm just talking about fish.
Just make sure that Graham's all right, because we didn't like mean to step on anyone's toes. We were just having a laugh.
Exactly. Well, I'm sure
Forward.
It's great seeing you lads streaming. If you want to step up, Jeff, I'm probably you're more than welcome to. There is a guest spot open for anyone in the chat. I think AV was saying he'll be in at some point later on. I think I'm going to keep this as a live that is still going. And we're having a nice relaxed one anyway. If you're not too stressed about staying on Arnold at all, it's great for both our channels. It's great for the community as well, just having these topics spoken about. I've got a genuine topic to ask people anyway. So everyone in the chat, we'll start with Arnold first. Yep, right, that way. We'll start with I can't at the moment, Adam, but thank you greatly for the invite. Again, Jeff, I'd like to say as well a massive thank you for letting me on. Same with Jesse as well. Both let me just go on your channels, having a conversation just about something that I love. It's weird, being in this hobby now, being able to talk to all these different people, because for a long time I just spent a lot of my time alone, really. Not having anyone to speak about, and now there's so many different people to speak to and learn things from and be educated and that, and it is like it's great, and like it makes me happy. So I do appreciate that very much for giving me the opportunity to be on your live. We need to get Jesse on an AA meeting for sure. Have to run. Thanks for the great stream, guys. Appreciate you being here, Cred Boy. Anyway, you pop in always, so much love and thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time. But yeah, I'll start with you anyway. I was saying before I went on a tangent, as I always do. Everyone put in the chat, how did you find Arnold's channel? How did you discover Arnold on YouTube?
That will be interesting.
That will be interesting. I'll make that a banner. Here we go. Right. So I never used to have hay fever when I was a kid, and I developed it as an adult, and I don't get teary eyed. I just get a sniffy nose, and that's annoying.
Oh, I hate hay fever. Oh,
How did you discover our channels?
turn away.
There we go. Right, you got a nice close up of my sleep deprivated face. There you go. Nice. Right, everyone in the chat, that is your question. We want to know, how did you discover us? How did you find my channel? How did you find Jesse's channel? I'm sure a lot of you found me through Arnold. Arnold done a great help of getting me into this community, being able to be on these lives and have these product reviews and stuff like that. So I'm greatly appreciative of what you've done for me, Arnold.
It's not, it's not like I haven't done that much really, have I? Just hooked you up with Tiger.
That for me is massive, though.
Yeah, well, everyone deserves, to be sponsored by someone.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, the way you put out your videos and the knowledge you have, that's what they like. They love all that stuff.
Yeah.
And if they didn't like your video on the heater you did, they wouldn't come back. So
which they have, but I feel like I've been a bit cheeky, but at the same time, like I said to you, I've already got one of their heaters in this tank. I don't need really another heater for any of my other tanks. It wouldn't make sense to have one. Just as well that the heaters that they provided are just little too big for any of the tanks that I have at the moment. Otherwise, I'd be more than grateful to, which I have described in the call anyway, and I hope she understands anyway and doesn't take it as me saying go away.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff. There's like lights, internal filters, external filters, just everything you think of.
Have you had a conversation with Nicole about when you do open up your own shop, will they be providing products for you to sell?
The only issue is with that is the products that we get are from their Amazon store in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I got them to supply me, that would have to come from their head office, which is in China.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't think they would be able to send me anything from their UK-based Amazon store.
Have you thought about any kind of products that you would be stocking at all?
Well, I know a few places like J&K, ALF, obviously like Fluval and Fuel, and you can get your own fish flakes and pellets made in Holland. You can get your own brand.
Oh, that's
made
cool.
In Holland.
It's crazy because I know Jack's from Holland, but there's a lot of aquascape, huge and big aquascapers in the hobby that are from Holland, and a lot of products and a lot of tanks and all these fish foods. And again, I think am I right in saying that Aquaflare is from there as well? Yeah, a massive plant supplier.
There's one called Aqualine as well. They're from Holland as well.
Oh wow, okay.
They're proper nice plants there.
Aquadip from Holland?
Aquadip. I'm not too sure on that, but I have looked at some of them products as well.
I think I've got a couple of their stuff. Melvin says, well, I found Arnold through Andrew channel and Jeff live stream show, as well as your channel, Adam. That's cool to know. That's definitely cool to know. It's again, this is the thing that I like. It's a very tight-knit community filled with some nice faces, people that are genuine, and also people that have been part of the hobby for a long time. So it's good to be able to conversate with loads of different people with like balls of knowledge from like all different parts of the hobby. You've got people that love the marine fish, you've got people that love the tropical fish, with people with the cold water or the native species. That was the word that I was trying to get out earlier for creeks. For Tommy, should I say, sorry. Yeah, so it's definitely something that I aspire to have. Obviously, if the YouTube ever gets bigger, I could be able to do the cold water setups. I'd be able to do the more tropical tanks, which is what I primarily have knowledge in, and then dabble into marine as well, for sure, because I know there's some really nice nano marine tanks that you can set up.
To be fair, if you go for a nano tank, your parameters are going to be. It's harder to keep a smaller tank going.
Oh, it is that. I have actually heard about that. I think.
Yeah,
I think you actually saying that on a live, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I went for a 400-litre tank.
Oh, okay.
So it basically, and it was a sump as well. It had a sump, so that's where everything was. So you didn't have nothing in your main aquarium apart from wave makers.
That's great. I think like visually that would probably look a lot better as well, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. And then your filtration basically is live rock. That's your filtration, is the live rock.
Wow.
So you don't have like no sponges or anything like that. You don't have none of that.
Just put rocks?
Yep, just live rock. That's it. Because it's got all these microscopic animals and creatures living in it.
When I was speaking to, I think Andy from Something Fishy, the owner there, he is subscribed to the channel. I've done a shop tour as well. Anyone who's a mod, if you could pop that in the chat. Basically, he was having a conversation with me and trying to convince me that it wasn't as expensive as everyone makes out with the marine, and he was talking about the sexy shrimp. Now that sounds funny coming out, but it's a shrimp that waves the backside basically.
I want to get some of them,
and they look like a live coral, don't they, or like an anemone or something like that.
Yeah.
So the predators never predate on them, but it's actually just a little shrimp going about its day.
I mean, a lot of people use the Fluval Flex as a marine tank.
I have seen that. Yeah, I have, and because it does come with a blue light setting, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah. Because you can get the hang on the back skimmers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any specific reason why marine has blue lights? Is it for the coral, I assume?
Yeah, basically if you had all the just like your standard white on, you would get algae left, right, and center.
Ah.
If you have blue, you'll see the actual colors of your like anemones, just any corals. You'll see all the fluorescent colors come out.
So so I'm guessing, obviously, in the sea, it's a deep blue, isn't it? So when
it's dark. It's dark.
It's dark, yeah, as well, and that's why a lot of the fish are very bright colours, so they
bright colours, yeah,
one another as well. Whereas it's funny because you still get that effect in the tropical fish, but then it isn't. I guess it is kind of similar with the tanned water or the muddy waters. If there's a very bright neon darting around that you can see because of the colours on them. Interesting stuff, anyway.
But yes, if I could get back into marine, I probably would. But I've just got so many tropical fish coming out of my ears at the minute. It's just not even funny.
Did you ever breed any marine?
I did have a breeding pair of snowflake clownfish.
I believe they're quite steep and expensive too, aren't they?
I got both. This is what I say when you go on Gumtree or anywhere to pick anything up. I got them a pair of them for £55.
That's a
cheap.
bargain.
It's cheap.
Because I believe it'll be like £90 each now.
Yeah. Normally £90 each.
Wow.
What was it? I got a regal tang, like dory. I got a rabbit fish, which is a fox face.
Yeah.
I got a blue damsel. I got a blue starfish, and a common clown, and loads of live rock, loads of coral, and I paid £250 for the lot.
Wow. You know what? That's probably the best like pricing I've heard on like definitely stocking a fish like that.
And like lights as well. I paid £40 for a light.
Wow, that's quite good.
So don't be scared. Don't be scared about the whole. It's hard work, and it takes up a lot of your time. It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
We've got a comment finally through. Mandy said, "This, I just want seahorses." If you're already aware, well, if I don't know what Mandy stocks, does Mandy stock marine or does she stock
I think it's just tropical, I think.
Well, Mandy, Arnold's trying with the pipefish, which is basically a freshwater seahorse. So, if you want to try that out,
definitely
give that a go. If you want the same kind of experience, I guess.
$8.99, $8.79 each. They are pipefish.
Oh, so that's quite cheap.
Yeah, it's very cheap.
I was looking at I found through Aquarium Co because when I used to watch a lot of their videos to try and find fish that I'd never seen before. But then eventually it got to a point where I went beyond that because I feel like in fish keeping you start with the neons, the cardinals, the guppies, the baited fish, the rams. Rams are even like an entry level at this point, even though they shouldn't be. They are.
No.
I think that's a hot take as well. Actually, rams are not beginner fish.
No way.
That's my hot take. I think they're definitely not because of the fact that they need to be. If you put all them fish in the same tank, either the rams are going to be the more comfortable fish, or the tetras are at a lower temperature, and then the ram will probably die because of the temperature being too low. I'm all freshwater tanks now, but want to go salty. Had brackish mud skippers. Mud skippers are really cool. I love seeing them. The behaviours.
I've got 2 of them upstairs.
Oh, have you? Yeah.
I've got 2 of them upstairs. Yeah.
How does your mind I know that you've got all these fish and you've got all this, like so many tanks and stuff like that. Are you able to sit down? I think that's definitely a question. I'll change the music around into something a bit nicer. Yeah. So I'll take that banner down now. Yeah, so a question to you, Arnold, I'd probably say is you able to sit down and appreciate like each and every tank you've got, or is it difficult?
I would say once I've done like all the maintenance, like today I did, what was it, 6 water changes I did today.
Yeah.
So once I did that, I went into town, got a few bits, come back, sat down, and then, just turn my chair around and just look at all the tanks. So, I know where you come from because a lot of people get what they call aquarium burnout, don't they?
Yeah, that's my fear. I heard the splash down. I've never had a tank without a lid, so this is like anxiety, by the way.
To be fair, I've only just started having, what was it, 1, 2, 2 tanks now with no lid.
Graham's quiz is starting, by the way. We've just been told, FYI. Okay, no problem, Mandy. We're not going to kidnap any more people from Graham. I do apologise. um, yeah. Is all your tanks lidded then?
The majority of them are. I've got two which aren't.
Have you got any advice for like a DIY lid? I know that a lot of people use polycarbonate,
Yeah, you've got that.
acrylic,
Yeah. Perspex.
perspex.
Yeah. Really thin bit of perspex, and then you can easily cut your little holes where like the intakes and all that go in.
Is that good for the light to go through as well?
Perspex is, yeah. If you get the clear stuff, yeah.
What would you say is the best out of the three then? Like, would you probably say the acrylic or like a glass lid, or would you say?
Problem is with the glass lids, I find, because I've got some with glass lids, and I find the algae gets really easily built up on a glass lid.
Okay.
The polycarbonate, again, that comes a lot with algae as well. But the ones with like condensation trays on, they don't get no algae at all. Yeah, it's very interesting, but it does get a bit boring sometimes where you like do your maintenance, then you look at the lid and think, oh, crying out loud, I've got to go and scrape all that algae off as well.
I think that's the thing for me that I was saying. Like, my kind of fear is obviously I've got the one tank now, and I get really excited about it and appreciate it. And I went into Harry. I don't know if he's in the lab. I don't think he is. I think he's working at the minute. But Harry's a lad that I've filmed the tank setup for. I'm gonna visit him on Monday and do a tank tour, a fish room tour of his aquascape tanks and setups. All the fish are breeding his tanks, as I was saying on the live with Jesse as well the other day. All of them are breeding, all quite happy. He started with 3 panda cories. He now has 26.
Wow!
And that's in a community tank with dwarf gouramis.
Ooh.
So that is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, because dwarf gouramis can be a bit of a pain in the ass.
Exactly. He said that. Well, I've seen them doing it. They dug a cave, and they'll dig in when they're about to breed. They'll start digging in, and then they'll lay it on the back of this wood/glass by the filter.
Yeah.
And the gourami can get round there, but I think like with them laying it on the wood, they live. And I think as soon as like they've hatched, I think they already have a stinger. Apparently, he was saying, so they've already got the spine coming out, so they can't be predated on as easily as most fry.
No, they've got what? Yeah, I forgot what it's called now, because I picked up when I was transferring some of my cories over, and literally there was like 2 like sharp pins just go straight into your hand.
Yeah. I've never been stung by a cory, and I've been told it's as bad as a bee sting. But
yeah, it did hurt.
I did get my finger stabbed by a dead hara catfish spine. You know, it has. I actually put my finger in the tank. I was moving it around. I was rescaping or moving some rocks around in the fluid for flex, and I went down it, and it was hung on. It pinces, so it's an anchor shape like that. The catfish, there's its body, and it has an anchor shape, and it clamped onto my finger, and I was like, It's a weird mechanism. It clamps on.
I've got to say, my banjo catfish, they're lethal. My banjo cat, yeah, they wrap like what you were saying. They wrap their tail round your finger, and then suddenly it just turns around and bites you.
Wow, that's interesting. I've never been stung by a cory, but I have been stung by a large catfish on the beach. Yeah, not nice, is it?
Tire track eels. I've been stung by one of them before.
A which?
Tire track eel.
Fire track eel.
Tire
Track eel. I think,
Yeah.
I've seen them. Wow.
It went down. It jumped into the weir of a big 6-foot tank. So it went down the weir, and it was just scurrying around in the bottom. So the boss told me to get my hands down there and grab it out and put it back in. Well, I did that, and it just like got its big old dorsal fin of spikes, and literally, yeah, I had like pinpricks all the way down.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
And going on something like that, I had my fox face fish in my saltwater tank, and their dorsal fin spikes are venomous.
Oh wow.
So anyway, I got it in the net and then put it in the bag, and then I was like, hang on, two of my fingers have gone numb. And he went, you do realise that's venomous? I was like, oh cheers, you could have told me that before I grabbed hold of it.
Wow.
So literally, these two fingers here were like for at least 2 days.
Well, I think it's the same with the tiger fish, is it? The tiger. You know, the big. It's like that. It's just got loads of spikes coming out of it.
Oh, what, the lionfish?
Lionfish. That's it. Yeah, I was a tiger.
Oh, yeah, no lion. Ooh. They give me the heebie-jeebies. They do.
Yeah, I don't understand why people would keep something that's just a walking death trap.
Well, not being funny. I've got a duvoi, I've got a wolf cichlid, and I've got a fully grown female Oscar. And them two are absolutely lethal when you do your maintenance in that tank.
Batter your hands.
They batter my hands, and they rip the siphoner out of the hose. Yeah. I had sponge filters in there, and they ripped them to shreds.
Well, a lad that I was friends with, who I think he's come back to YouTube. I don't know what is it LW Aquatics now? He was called LH Aquatics, and he had Oscars, and he'd sulk when he'd do maintenance. Like he'd be sulking like a child. As he'd be like, "Oh, you moved the rock. I'm not happy."
Yeah, my discus do that. When I'm doing a water change on them, they go and sulk.
Don't they play possum as well and just lie on the side as well?
Yeah. My two lemon Oscars, they were sulking this afternoon when I was doing a water change in there. They were sulking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They were a pain in the ass, them two. I swear they're getting to the stage where they want to breed as well.
Have you? So what fish are you selling at the minute that you're breeding? Is it just the beta fish?
Better fish at the moment, possibly crebensis as well. I've got loads of crebensis.
How do you find the enjoyment of breeding cribs, by the way?
I love it. Absolutely love it. They're
you just need to put two in a tank with a cave and they'll be laughing.
Yeah, I had coconut hides.
Oh, okay.
And they did it in there. So
I had cribs in the Iwagumi kind of setup, you know, one of them aquascapes.
Yeah.
And there was a flat piece, and he dug a big crevice out, and he laid the eggs on the slide of the rock. Yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it?
I had to keep sweeping the eggs off though and letting them go in the tank for the catfish to eat, because if they would have bred in that fluval flex, I think it would have been endgame for everything in there. It's like letting the nuke off.
I tell you, I think I've got like 28 babies, and 2 of them I think are paired up.
Oh wow! So the babies are paired up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Talk about keeping it in the family.
Yeah. How do you go about that? I've always thought about that. You know, when people do breeding, you're meant to make sure that you don't have the same offspring breeding with each other.
I did some research and I did ask that question to my LFS because 2 pairs of blue acaras, they were brother and sister, they mated and they laid eggs. They had wrigglers. They had 3 swimmers and they were absolutely fine.
Okay.
So, but the problem is it happens like that in the wild anyway, so...
I think if you don't freshen up the gene pool after a while, maybe. Like, if you're not reintroducing new fish, say you've got a bunch of fish like tetras.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe with the cichlids it's okay, but then after a while the generations will pass. If the offspring breed with each other, and then the offspring of the offspring breed with each other, and then so on,
that's when it gets. Yeah.
You'll start to see the deformities, but I think maybe at the first generation you should be okay, I guess. And I was like saying then as well with the tetras, you know, if you've got the same group of tetras breeding, with one another, and then their offspring, the same kind of thing. I think it's easier for like smaller fish to maybe have the deformities as well. Hi Mia.
Gord's back.
Oh yeah, Gord. Hi Mia, fish orange wide eyes. Oh.
That's an emoji.
Oh, okay. I can't see it in the
yeah, I can see what it is. It is an orange wide-eyed fish.
Okay. Well, nice to have my girlfriend in here as well. I've pinned a comment. I don't know if I think you've just joined and didn't know I was live. I think that's the difference with again, these vertical lives. They're really good to set up and look better, but then you're not shown to as many people, and I think that's the difficulty maybe.
I think, like, obviously if you do it solo, like you used to do, your solo lives.
Yeah,
I think that'd be good on like how you originally did it, so they go on your shorts.
Yeah.
But when you do like when you have guests, so like if you have like another 2 people, it's mainly for the fish keeping side.
Yeah, I guess so. So, I mean, I could once. I mean, I'm now digging myself a hole. If I want to do 2 lives a week rather than the 1, which could be a possibility if we get 1,000 soon. Yeah, that'll be a treat. But yeah, maybe 1 vertical live, and then one of these a week maybe. I guess I think it's planning out having the guests as well. Of course, if I'd have known that it was just me and you for the whole time, then I would have kept it as just a YouTube setup, because then it would have been the vertical and it would have been easier. But then I guess I've benefited and learned quite a bit from this because there's now music playing in the background, if anyone can hear it. You've added your own camera. I've been able to size you up and make your camera look better when you were showing things off as well. Yeah, so I guess it's whatever I decide I want to do. But
you're the boss. You're the boss.
I am. Very burnt out, boss. I tell you, this week it was meant to be my week off, and it's been nothing but just. I stressed about obviously the weekend, and then I was on Monday. I travelled to Blackpool and I was hungover, so I had to get 3 trains there, hungover, without any food in my stomach, and that was, yeah. So don't drink before journeys. And then Tuesday I recovered. Wednesday tank leaked, stripped down. Thursday Liverpool got battered, and we set up the new tank, and now here we are today doing a live on a day that I've actually spent trying to relax because my brain's been jumping to go to the fish shop, get the rest, go there, do that, do this, catch the clown pleco and get a new pleco, and my brain never stops.
That is the problem. Once you start a YouTube channel, it kind of becomes like a job.
it does a job that isn't paying well at the minute, though.
Yeah.
In time, hopefully it will, but at the moment it ain't paying nothing.
You'll be at 1,000 subs by the end of summer, easily.
I think at this rate, I mean, I was on 600 a week ago, and now I'm a bit to 700, so 100 in a week. It used to take me a month to get 100 subscribers when I first started, and now it's 100 a week. And at this rate, it could keep going and going. And if the ball keeps rolling, before you know it, by the end of the year, I could even be on 10K if I'm lucky. But I don't. We can only hope and manifest that. But I'm not going to be setting unrealistic goals. That's why I say by the end of the year, I want 1,000. But I also know in the front of my mind that it could be sooner rather than later. So it's nice anyway. I've shorts every day, lives every week, videos every week, sometimes twice a week, and now I've pre-recorded 5 or 6 videos this week for what's to come in the next few weeks, so I can finally have a break of having to record videos. I just need to worry about the edit, which isn't too bad.
No, that's the bit which takes the time, isn't it? The editing.
Yeah, I think the biggest pain in the backside though is I filmed this tank setup. My cousin helped me. When I was planting all the plants, he filmed in slow motion. So, but like that means that it's just going to be me going.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah.
And that but what I'm thinking of doing as an effect is that it'll be me planting something, and then I'll speed up. It'll be like that, and then it'll jump to the next one. It'll be like so it's like a slow boom, slow boom. I think that'd look cool as an edit if I can try and make that work. But yeah, I guess that's me trying to think. Oh, Lumpy Dog, nice to see a new face in the chat. We've been talking amongst ourselves for quite a while. Nice to hear from you in Michigan. It's funny, actually. I think you were saying you can ship to Michigan, can't you?
Yeah, that's where Jeff's from.
Yeah, so if you ever want some beta fish, Arnold here breeds betters. Although I think Mandy knows Lumpy, so you probably already know. Everyone knows.
Nice. It's nice to see new faces and people already know each other, so
it's funny, isn't it? A face you never see, and then everyone's like, "Hi, I know you," and you're like, "Who are you?"
It is crazy, but
how many people do you know now that you speak on a daily basis to?
Speak to Jack, Jeff, Andrew, Mal, yourself, about 8 people.
I think I speak to. I'm thinking yourself, Harry, AV. I think just 3. I do speak to people through the lives and all that.
Yeah.
I'll join people's lives and have a bit of a conversation, but I think you're the 3 people that I'll speak to on like a more consistent basis than anyone. And obviously I'll have your personal like details to be able to speak to you in that way.
Who did we have on the AA meeting this week? Because he mentioned your name.
Mexicali.
Nope.
Was it not Mexicali?
No. Aqua Fanatics.
Yeah. Aqua Fanatics. Yeah, we were having a bit of banter and having a little bit of a conversation with him. Keith.
Yeah, that's his name, Keith.
Yeah, Keith lives over the water, so he's not far away from me. I did say that I'll probably give a fish room tour or have some kind of video maybe with him in the future. It's nice to have people that are local, because a lot of people either down your ways or in another country.
Yeah, he was praising up your videos, your store fish shop videos.
Which one?
The Maidenhead.
I think it was the Andes Aquatics.
One of
it was talking about Andes because
I think you mentioned that Andes and the Maidenhead one. I think
the new Maidenhead that I've done recently has taken off. It's funny because the Maidenhead I visited, it's like a small shed, at the back of a garden centre. And I went in there and they had some really rare, like, I mean, they've gotten a shipment now, and I'm going back on Monday, and they're saying to me, "Come back, film." And I'm like, "I've already done the fish shop tour. Do you want it? Would it be weird for me to do a part 2?" My brain's saying it probably would. I should leave it, but they've gotten some good fishing, like fish that you won't see.
I think you should do it.
I think I might as well, because like they're really nice, and they did give me a bit of a discount on one of the fish that I did buy. Spent around £40 on this fish.
You don't have to put it as like Maidenhead Aquatics tour part 2. You could say like Maidenhead's like new shipment or something like that.
Oh, I'll just put I'll just put in Maidenhead. Yeah, I think you've just solved my problem for me. Thank you very much for that. I'll just say like Maidenhead Blackpool's new rare fish shipment. There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll title. There you go. My YouTube brain.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Fish shop tours. I've done a lot. I don't mind doing them because they're easy to video. They're very easy to edit. You just record. You put music on. I'll just do a voiceover. Done.
Round here, they don't let you do it.
They don't let you do it.
Nope.
I'm quite lucky in the sense that I think I've been a customer for quite a long time in a lot of these places. So when I've went in and I'm now doing YouTube, like
I'm not being funny, but my LFS, we spend probably £300 a month in there, and they still don't let us. They don't give us no discount or nothing. I don't know.
Is it insecurity, or I think it's fear of that. You'll post it up and someone will have something to say, and I think they're just fear of maybe someone picking on something, I guess, and that's understandable. If you're a small local business, then you don't want people online grilling you or coming out for you, which is fair enough.
It's been going for like 40 odd years. So
yeah. I don't get it. You think they like the free promotion, I guess. Because again, I've said this when I'll call shops up, I'll go, listen, I'm gonna come over, just gonna film tanks, not gonna film myself, not gonna put a camera in your face. I'm just gonna film all the fish and that, and people like to see what fish are in your shop, and they like to see what your shop looks like, and then that entices them, if they are local or they're able to reach it, they'll come and pay it a visit. And like, I think my favorite fish shop tour that I've done, although it's a small fish shop in my opinion, was the shop tour of Pet Aqua with a gentleman called Jim. Lovely bloke. He's been running a shop for over 40 years now. I do lots of unconventional things, but I still have decades of experience and still fail sometimes. I think with this hobby, I think the most entertaining thing, obviously I'll carry on what I was saying in a moment. I think the most entertaining thing with this hobby is that you're always learning. Even when you think you have read the book, you've read the cover, you've read it back and forth, you've read the re-release, you've read the remaster, you've done it all, and then another book will come out. You'll find out more. There is never enough information that you can know about this hobby.
I just had literally all of that in my head. Exactly what you just said.
Exactly what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, as you said, Lumpy. I feel that I've been doing this 5 years, and there could be someone that's been doing it 30, and I may know more, but that's because I've grew up in the age of technology. But then again, say if they've been a breeder and they've got their own fish room, then they'll know more about that stuff than me. So I think that's what's good about having the likes of YouTube and online, is that we're all able to share our own experiences and our own knowledge and what we've learned. And then I think that's my goal. I want to be able to pass on knowledge, but also, I don't know, at this moment in time with my channel, it's like I want to educate people. I think that's the main goal, but I also want to show people my enjoyment and passion for the hobby. And I think a lot of people like the videos, but then they also like the fact that they'll get a live, and then you'll be able to see my personality and see me and what I do. But yeah, I think someone said the other day, why doesn't MD Fish Tanks do lives? And I was like, I don't know, to be honest.
No, he don't do them, do he?
I think he'd do well off them, because I know even the likes of Aquarium Co-op and Primetime Aquatics and Steefront Aquatics and all that, they do lives.
Yeah.
And they're the big boys in the pond for sure. But yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, so my favourite shop tour was the one with Jim from Pet Aqua. Lovely gentleman, just lovely guy. All his fish are sourced from in the UK, so they're from local breeders or they're from people that have bred fish and they bring them in. Gord has got a great question. Do I feed live foods? I haven't fed my fish live food in a long time. I think that could even be a hot take. I don't have living in a household with other people trying to store live worms or shrimp darting around in a bag. They're not too happy about that. I remember my dad when I was growing up putting maggots in the fridge because they sleep and then they come alive again when they warm up. Me mum freaking out. So me putting frozen food in the freezer is already pushing my limits. Never mind live. If we were to get live, I'd have to use it all in once, and it doesn't get used up as much. And I think it expires quicker too. So for that, I prefer frozen because of the longevity of it, and you still get the same protein effects. It's just not something that's darting around and moving.
I do feed live foods most times as well, but we have a brine shrimp hatchery.
Yeah, see, that's something that I'd like to do when I leave here. Have one baby brine. Great.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a brine shrimp hatchery. It's like your kids get those like little setups, don't they?
The sea monkey.
Sea monkey, yeah. And that's what we've got.
You've got a little. Pardon me.
Yeah.
We've
got a little sea monkey.
You got the sea monkey set up, and everyone's like, "Yay, sea monkeys!" Yay. And we're like, "Yay, fish food!"
Yeah, fish food.
Right. Moving on to our next comment. Lumpy Dog says, "Sorry to cut you off. By the way, I'll let you continue if you want, Arnold."
No, you're all right.
Okay, no problem. What's the most common hobby fish in your area? Cichlids, tetra, larpers. The most common fish I see, what I see people keeping, the common pleck. Everyone has a common pleck and they want to rehome it.
I've got a common pleck.
Yeah, and even myself when I was a kid was given a common pleck, and there was a girl, and if I went in the hobby, and she was a friend of mine, and she went, "Oh, I put a post about me guppies," and because I was trying to rehome them, and she was like, "Oh, I've got a new cleaner fish from a goldfish tank. The goldfish is this big, the tank is this big, and the plaque is this big." And a week later, the plaque was this big, and I went, "Yeah, the plaque's going to take the slam cut off and probably kill your goldfish. Also, you probably need a bigger tank because someone had sold it as cleaner fish to her, and it was a common pleco, and that is a thing that is thankfully been phased out, and now we're onto the realm of bristlenose is the cleaner fish instead of a common, which I am very happy about. Obviously, poor bristlenose because they probably get abused, but I'd rather a fish that doesn't bust a tank and get more abused when it's been misinformation when people say cleaner fish. But yeah, I'd say common pleco. Oscars. No. Common pleco and African cichlids, like the Malawis and peacocks and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of the things that I see people putting posts about and trying to sell. What would you say, Arnold?
Tetra's community stuff, and occasionally monster fish. So like Oscars and Jaguars, cichlids, and what else is there? Arowanas, stuff like that. Yeah, you don't really see like Malawis and everything around here. Just died off. Malawis have.
Wow.
Yeah,
For me, it just seems to be a consistent thing, and that's been about for like probably the past 4 years. Yeah. Gord said brown shrimp for babies. Yeah, I'm sure you do, because obviously you're raising all your betta fish and fry.
and not being funny, that's why I use that TMC frozen foods. That's why I use that, because it's really good form. You can get some with like added vitamins and stuff.
Yeah, I've heard of that stuff. I think the added vitamins. Apparently, garlic is really good for fish. You know, like food that's soaked in garlic, because it makes the fish sweat. So if there is any parasites, it like gets rid of them.
Yeah. I've got what have I got? I've got brine shrimp with garlic. So that's a good one to use as well. But yeah, I think I must have spent £100 on frozen food this month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I will never have a common pleco in my largest fit. Yeah, 30 gallon is not big enough for a common. A common needs a 50 minimum, I think. Would you say?
I've got mine's in a 240 litre. So that is
190, 180 is 40 odd. Yeah, so that I'd say that's around above 50.
Yeah.
I have
and
two
it's lazy.
commons.
It's lazy.
Nice to see Jesse back in here. You still working, Jesse, or are you now finally free? We might, if we keep on going. I am knackered, but if we keep on going, Jesse may be able to join if he's finished work, and AV, and then there'll be 4 of us. Which is a possibility.
The 4 Musketeers.
The 4 Musketeers, 2 hours at home but can't come up. No problem, Jesse. That's fine. But I think I'll message AV now. I'll have gone black screen. Is the music glitching out when I leave?
No, it's still there.
Right. I could hear it glitching out when I did. Let's have a look here. I'll be able to have a little message to him. Free now? Question mark.
Yep, free now.
Free now. If he says another half hour, I'm gonna fall asleep. Just for the fact that
I was gonna say we've been going for 2.5 hours, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, we've been right. I've messaged them.
Yeah.
Has back to me. We'll find out. Mysteries of the world. Comment. Soaking a sick fish in super secret hidden crypto clearance witch's brew. Interesting. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like 320 for AV. Yeah. So he should be. Let's see what this is. Play that upbeat music.
I just had a football notification. Oh my god.
What?
Leicester lost to Plymouth.
That's rough, that.
Yeah.
320 for AV. Yeah, AV, he did say in 50 minutes. Did he? It's somewhere in the chat. I can't see it on here. If anyone could scroll back and let me know. I did ask him he did say that he'd be able to hop up in like 50 minutes. But I think it's been about that now. And
we could do another live like next week with him. If not,
yeah, I think when's my next day off? I don't know. I'll speak to him anyway. I speak to him on a daily anyway. But yeah, it is an awkward time anyway. Of course, he's working. It's not a weekend. I've decided to pick a Friday night as well. Some people have got plans and stuff like that too. But yeah, I'm probably going to end it there just for the fact that we've been going for 2 hours 20 now. I think we've drained as much brain juice out of this as possible. Me tank lights off as well. Obviously, I'm not allowed to show that. Otherwise, that could have probably got us going for another half hour about me rambling about the same fish. But yeah, I think I've had a really good time with you anyway, Arnold.
It's been fun. It's been good.
We've had a great chat. It's been relaxing. Obviously, we had a bit of drama earlier, thinking that we'd hijacked someone's stream and thought that we'd made them angry, but they were just kidding around. So I'm glad.
I'll be able to sleep tonight now.
Yeah, I'll make sure to check out that live and jump in and say sorry real quick after this, if they're still going. But yeah, that's we've had a great time anyway. I appreciate you being in here as well, Mandy and everyone else, Gord, Jesse, AV, yourself, Arnold, everyone that's always in here, or the people that have never been in here. Much love again. We'll be doing more of these. It's been a great live, and hello to everyone that made it to this, watching the re-upload. Take it easy. See you later.
See you later.
How do I end it now? There you go.